Yes, welcome to our second training video. Again, this is Joaquin with True Coverage. On the second video, I want to cover quickly a little bit about two main things. Number one, using our phone system. We use Ring Central. You're going to get a free account with us. You get the username and password once you contract with us, obviously. And really quickly, how to do a quote. Now, we have different products. On this particular quote, I'm going to show you how to do a quote for a life insurance or final expense. Once health insurance or open enrollment season comes around, we're going to be doing that, and I'll do a training video on that section. Later on, we'll be doing training videos for other products that we sell. But the bread and butter right now is final expense, so I'm going to concentrate on such. Okay, so once you load your Ring Central, you can get all that information in email, all the steps by steps on how to load it to your computer. By the way, I loaded it on my laptop and my cell phone, Ring Central. You could only load it on one cell phone and one laptop. You cannot put it on two laptops or two desktops unless you load twice. Okay. The reason I do it on a laptop, or I'm sorry, on my cell phone is this. If I got to step out first for a couple of minutes, let's say I want to go to the kitchen and make me a bowl of cereal. We work from home, right? I can take my cell phone with me. If a call comes in, I'm ready to answer that call or whatnot. So I have that both on my cell phone and my laptop. I'm not going to go to the steps on how to load Ring Central because that's something that you need to know how to load a program. If you're a novice to the point where you don't know how to load a program, then you need to call me. We'll have to show you, do a join.me, or that's where we share a screen and we could both see what's going on. Anyways, so let me go back up here. On a separate video, we're going to go more in details on the CRM. This is our CRM. So I don't want to talk too much about it, but I just want to show you my process, okay? So this is our leads. This is so-and-so and so-and-so. I'm not going to say their name out loud. I'm going to copy and paste their phone number. Copy. Go to my Ring Central down at the bottom of the taskbar. I'm going to go to right-click and paste. Now, these are my messages. If I click here, I'm going to see my messages. All my messages, my voice messages, text messages, okay? I don't know if the fax is configured for us or all of them. I don't really use favorites or join down now. This is the one that I use, call log. These are the last few calls that came in. So if I want to call this individual back, I can click that little I and click that little call button, but I'm not going to do it because, he's probably asleep right now because he's East Coast. The very phone on the far right, that icon on the very, very far right, that little dial pad, this brings us to a dial pad where I can copy and paste the number, right click and paste. Once I do that, I'm going to hit this little green button and I'm going to start talking to him. Hey, can I talk to John Doe, please? Okay. Now, on a couple of our carriers, well, AIG more particular, we need to record the second half of the conversation. Once you look at the video for the AIG training, you'll see how that works. But you need to record the disclosures. That needs to be recorded. So I'm going to model real quick how that works. In order to do that, in order to actually record, you have to have somebody on the phone. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give a call to one of our fellow agents. Hopefully I don't wake her up. Now we're in the same time zone, so she should be awake. So I'm demonstrating right now how to record a call. You need to know how to record a call. Okay, so I typed in the number, and then I hit the green button. The green circle now turned red. That means the phone is now dialing. Let me turn my volume up a little bit.
Hello?
Hello, is Ms. Ramona Wells in, please? Is Ms. Ramona in, please?
Speaking.
Hi, Ramona. It's Joaquin. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, and you?
Good. Hey, I'm doing a quick training video, so nobody can see you. Just hear you. Just say hi.
Hi.
Okay, so now I'm going to pretend that Ms. Ramona is a prospect who I sold AIG. I convinced her to do AIG, American General Life, and I did the application part. It's a guarantee issue, just a few questions. So it's a really, really quick application. And then I'm going to tell her this at one point. Now, again, you're going to get more details on the AIG training video down the road. I'm going to say, Ramona, I need to record the last part of a conversation I need to record the disclosures. Do I have your permission to record? She needs to say yes. So, Ms. Ramona, do I have your permission to record the last part of the conversation, please?
Yes.
Okay. Now, before I dial Ms. Ramona, you see my on my screen these circles. They used to be the number, the keypad. But the keypad is gone because I have something on the phone. The middle circle says record. Okay, record. So right now it's not recording because I haven't selected record. But I'm going to start recording real quick. Hold on.
This call is being recorded.
Okay, so I don't know if you heard this, but on the background you heard somebody say this call is being recorded. So right now I'm being recorded. Now the middle button at the beginning says record. It doesn't say record. Now it says stop. So once I'm done reading the disclosures or recording whatever I need to record, I'm going to go ahead and hit stop.
This call has been recorded.
Okay, so I'm done with the recording. Hey, Ramona, thanks so much. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you did a great
Bye-bye.
you did a great job, by the way. You were awesome. So this is the way. Hey, Ramona, hold on a second for me, Ramona. Okay, so this is the way I record. I could put Miss Ramona on hold if I want. Ramona, can you hear me? Hello, Ramona. She can't hear me because I have her on hold. If I click the same one, she's no longer on hold. So if something happens where you don't want the prospect to be hearing what's going on, maybe your son comes running in the room or something screaming, then you could put him on hold or whatnot, or any other reason, right? Now, with some of the carriers, they're going to want you to do a three-way call and do what, like an optical type of deal, such as Foresters and Gerber. They also do that too. So if you need to talk to somebody from a carrier, or you just want to put something in a three-way call, I will go to add. I will click add, type in the phone number, but I don't really have nobody to call right now. And that's going to connect both of them together. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to hang up on Ramona. Thanks, Ramona. You guys see this red button down here?
You're welcome.
You did great.
Okay.
This red button, this is to hang up. Oops, sorry, I cut off in the middle of speak. So again, I could dial on my number pad the number I want to dial. I'll click in here and make sure the mouse is in here. I could type in the number I want to dial and dial out. This is my personal cell phone, so I'm not going to answer it, okay? You hear my cell phone ring as I call myself. I can hang up, okay? So that's an overview of how to use a cell phone. So going back to my CRM, I will copy and paste the phone number I want to call, go back to my phone, right click, paste, hit the green button. Now I'm call dialing out, and I can start doing my my script, if you will. Again, that's a future video, not for right now. So besides our telephone system, second thing I really wanted to cover in this video is quoting. So we'll go to True Coverage. Again, like I said earlier, we have many products, and when health insurance open season starts, we're all going to focus on that, I believe. But we have a number of products, but right now I want to focus on final expense, which is our bread and butter. So once I log in to truecoverage.com, I'm going to go to live, final expense. Now I'm doing a quote. So here's what I do, okay? Here's John Doe. Yes, can I talk to John, please? Hey, John, great to meet you. My name's Joaquin with True Coverage. I'm following up on your request for a life insurance quote. Notice that I'm copying and pasting zip code without him answering yet. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and paste in here as I'm waiting for him to talk. If he gives me any positive, like, oh yeah, okay, or something like that, then I'm going to move forward. John, let me ask you real quick. Are you a smoker or non-smoker? If he says he's a smoker, I'm going to click right here where it says tobacco usage. Obviously, I click the mail. You have to listen real carefully. You can't always go by the names. This is a true story. Sometimes you might find you'll have prospects who you're not really sure their gender, only because their voice. their voice, you really can't tell. So you want to do a little bit of small talk or whatnot. You're not going to ask them, hey, are you a male or female? That's pretty rude. Nobody wants to be asked that. So if I'm not sure if he's a male or female, I might do a little like, hey, how's your health overall? Are you taking any prescribed medication? Are you being treated for anything? Or hey, how's the weather or something, anything. Once we get into the video on the script itself or the actual presentation, we'll go into a lot more detail, right? But the point is, on the quoting page, you want to put male or female. I copy and pasted his zip code. Okay, are you a smoker, non-smoker? Okay, very good. John, can I get your date of birth, please? Okay, I want to verify it's in September 16, 1967, right? Okay, great. I click next. Now, sometimes it takes a couple seconds, and I don't just want to wait here and not talk because it looks like I'm lost or confused. So I might say something like, this is the point where normally I say, hey, how's your health overall? And you'll see this in the presentation video down the road, right? How's your health overall? You taking any medications or whatnot? Okay. I'm gonna go on the company tab. Okay. On this particular one, we only show Mutual of Omaha and Phoenix. That does not mean that AIG does not quote. Once in a while, you're gonna get somebody, or once in a while, you're going to get. Once in a while, the AIG or one of the other carriers may not show up. And it's not always because, they're not in that area, even though the software might say that. AIG is all over the country. AIG and Mutual of Omaha, as of today, they are bread and butter. They're our main carriers for life insurance. Okay. So what I did is I just changed the zip code. That's all I did. So what I do is this. I go to the company. They must be working on AIG's website right now. I do apologize because it's not popping up, either our company or their company. But if this was real life, in real life, if I know I want to quote him AIG because maybe he's sick. Yeah, I had a stroke, or yeah, I'm diabetic and have had a heart attack. Or if he doesn't have a bank account, one of my follow-up questions, this is $1 million question to ask a client. By the way, John, some of the carriers give you a discount if you have a checking or saving account. Would you happen to have a bank account? They're going to say yes. They're going to say no. If they say yes and they're healthy, I'm going to go to Mutual Omaha. If they say no, I don't. I don't care if they're healthy as a horse. Then Mutual Omaha is not going to take them. So now I'm going to go to AIG. So if they say no, I'm going to say, oh, that's okay, John. Anyways, you have a credit card, debit card, right? I say it nonchalantly. Now, I don't want to get too much of the presentation, but now that we're here, right? Anyways, you have a credit card, debit card, right, John? So if this was real life and I need an AIG quote, what I'm going to do is this. At this point, I'm going to use my sales skills and start doing a little bit of talk with John Doe. Hey, John, I see you're in Ohio. Are you a LeBron James fan? Because whatever you can come up with, right? So what I'm going to do is this. So as I do a little bit of chit chat, I'm going to go put in my username and my password. For AIG, don't log into AIG unless you're making an application or if you are needing to do a quote like I'm doing right now. But don't just log in just for the heck of it. It's very important, okay? So I can go to get quote, okay? And we'll talk in more detail about AIG in the AIG video. That's why I'm going a little fast right here, okay? Coverage amount, let's say I'm going to start at 6,000. I'm going to do this for me, actually, male. This is my real numbers. I was born in 67 from California. Oh, I'm too young. I'm 49 years old, so I'm a young kid. Your client has to be 50 to 85 to qualify for AIG. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make myself older real quick. If you do get somebody who's too young, you could quote term insurance, and once on the video for Mutual of Omaha, you'll see how that works, okay? So John Doe, congratulations, you qualify. And then once you get into the IG video or the presentation video, we'll go into more details. But here's how I got my quote. $6,000 coverage will be $33 basically. So let me go back to my quoting software. If I just want to see the Mutual of Omaha's, I click Switch Mutual of Omaha's. Okay. If I want to see a premium, John, I want to get something within your price range. What's a comfortable price range for you? He tells me, let's say he tells me $35. So, I'll put $30 or whatever, right? I'll go to go. So now I'm looking at all the Mutual of Omaha's $30 and above. Okay, $10,000 for $35.57 for somebody my age in California. This is our quoting software. Now, if he says, hey, can you email that to me? Can you email me that quote? We are able to email it. I'm going to show you the quick way of emailing it. Let's say this is a quote he wants, right? I'm going to add a card. Okay. You see the card up here? Top right-hand corner. It says card, little one, because I have one quote up. I click that card. Okay. You see where it says email prospect. If I click here, I can say, okay, John, let me get your email address real quick. Okay, Mr. Loss at gmail.com. Very good. Now where it says comments, you can type in whatever you want. Hey, John, it's a pleasure talking to you. You could give your direct number, my direct number, type it in the notes, call me at blah, 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 the phone number, or type in my email address, joaquin.lostono@truecoverage.com. That's where we have them set up as of today. As of April 12th, 2017, this information is factual. Something might change down the road. But as of right now, it's your first name, your last name at truecoverage.com. That's your email address. So the reason that I put in my email address in the bottom and I put my contact information is because when he gets this quote through the email, it's not going to come from your email as of today. Down the road, that might change. But as of today, April 12th, 2017, it's going to come on behalf of the system. But I'm going to follow up on him anyways. I'm going to have my spreadsheet, and we'll talk about that later on. Where I'll follow up on John Doe or whatnot. So I can click send. So I'm going to go back for a second. Went back on the browser. Okay. So again, go back to the first page of the quoting. I put in the zip code. I usually copy and paste it from here, from our CRM, and here. John, can I get your email address, please? If he sounds a little older, then I'll say, Mr. Jones, man, please get your email address. If he sounds a little bit younger or whatnot, you listen to their tempo, their voice, as to what am I going to call you by your first name or your last name. Ladies, it's usually better to call them by their last name, Ms. Jones, to be respectful or whatnot. It's a personal thing, I guess, what makes you more comfortable or whatnot. Anyways, so are you a male? Are you a female? What's your date of birth? What's your zip code? That's all I need. Or are you a tobacco user or not tobacco? By the way, tobacco means the last 12 months. So on the application, it's going to ask in the last 12 months, have you used any tobacco products? If they said, no, I'm not a smoker. I mean, I stopped already. Oh, really? When did you stop? About 3.5 weeks ago. Well, unfortunately, you're going to get smoker rates. So this is an overview, a quick overview of how we do a quote. I do apologize that AIG was not on our machine. I don't know if our company's working on it right now or their company's working on it or something, but it's kind of good that it happened because I had to go to the AIG page to do my quote. Here's my quote. All right, later on we'll go more detail on this page. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to log out. And once I do the AIG video, you'll see why we log out. We only log in when we're actually using this page. So this is our quoting page. I'm going to go to sign in. Okay. I'm going to go to live. Final expense. If you want to quote a term, you can go up to term. Vision, dental, health. We do health also, of course. But again, final expense is our bread and butter right now, and that's what I'm focusing on. So I'm quoting final expense. I copy and paste the zip code. But now this is important. You don't just copy and paste. You got to verify. Okay, John, I want to verify your zip code is copy paste across because you know what? This information is not always a million percent factual. It might be a number off, a digit off. Most of these are internet leads. Okay, most of these are internet leads. We have different sources of leads, and if the client messed up when he inputted his zip code, then once we get it here, it's going to be the wrong zip code. And I've had that happen where, okay, John, I want to verify your zip code is 96813. Is that correct? Yes, great, great. Can I get your date of birth, please? I put in a great date of birth. Okay, John, are you a smoker or non-smoker? Great, you're not a smoker. If you're a smoker, oh, that's fine. I mean, you never want to like talk negative to a client, right? That's all I need. This is all I need to do my quote. A zip code, male or female, date of birth, user tobacco, no tobacco. In the long shot that you put in a zip code and it says, hey, there's no nothing in this area, then that means that you need to manually quote. So you have to get a feel. Hey, is this guy pretty healthy? Does he have a bank account? Okay, so I'm going to quote him Mutual Omaha. And you'll see that video down the road. Or, oh, no bank account? Healthy, no health, it doesn't matter. No bank account? So today I go to AIG. So I'm going to quote him here. You get the username and password. Okay, so we are we are backed by multi-million dollars software company, and we're developing this software. We're all really excited about this. We're going to be selling to a lot of agencies, life insurance, health insurance, other insurance agencies. So we're developing our own CRM. So here and there might be a hiccup or two. Right now, we just work around them. If you ever see a hiccup, email myself or Matthew or your manager, and we'll get it to the right person and get that fixed. So this is how I do a quote. I need their zip code. I have it on the CRM. I'm going to verify it still. I'm going to put in for your male or female, your date of birth, and your tobacco user or no user. By the way, John, I'm waiting for it to open the next page. By the way, John, how's your health overall? Do you take any prescribed medications? Are you being treated for anything? So I'm making a mental note of what am I going to quote you? If I see you're pretty healthy, I'm thinking Mutual Omaha. But now I got to see if you have a bank account. If you don't have no bank account, if you just have a debit card, then I cannot use Mutual Omaha. So my next question after how's your health? John, some of the carriers will give you a discount if you have a bank account. Would you happen to have a checking or saving account? No, I don't. Oh, that's okay. No big deal. I mean, anyways, you have a credit card, debit card, right? Very nonchalant. If they say no, no credit card, no debit card, no bank account, I'll say this. Hey, do you have one of those express cards, those express pay cards? Because a lot of seniors have that. And that's a MasterCard, even though they don't know that. I've sold a lot of clients who thought they didn't have a bank account, thought they didn't have no debit or credit card, but they use that express card for their Social Security benefits. And that's perfectly viable for AIG or even for Gerber or whatnot. So that's the overview of our telephony system, our telephone system. Remember, install it on your cell phone and your computer, your main computer, the one you're going to use to work. It's going to save you a lot of time. And also, remember, there's no record feature because I don't have nobody in the line. If I had somebody in the line, the number pad would disappear. I'm going to show you real quick. Call myself. So right now, all I see is a number pad, no record feature, right? Now watch what happens when I hit the green button. Oh, I'm sorry. I put in my phone number and the previous phone number, so it was a huge number. Say, hey, well, that number's not working. Now, you see now that I'm actually calling, now I have these options. I can put them on hold. I can add another line to come in. Okay. If I want to make a three-way call or whatever, I can record. I can go back to my dial pad too if I needed to. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and hang up. So I went to my dial pad. I don't know why you would ever want to do that. This is to get out of the dial pad right here. So I'm back here. If I want to record, I'll click this. Now notice it's not saying this call is being recorded because nobody picked up the line on the other end. Somebody has to pick up the line on the other end for this feature to be viable or useful. So go ahead and hang up on myself. I was just calling my own cell phone number. All right. So you should have my name and phone number, a company number, and my email address. If you have any questions on the telephone system or quoting, feel free to call me. The best time again is after 7 p.m. Eastern or 4 p.m. Pacific. But if it's something regarding a possible sale, then call me right away. You can call me during the day, but usually I'm out trying to make sales too. So I'm on the phone a lot, as you could probably guess, right? I mean, the more you're on the phone, the higher probability of making money. So this has been our second video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.